Hello and welcome to a Wednesday edition of Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures, and welcome to my Yorkshire Allotment. Well, this week we're doing a couple of shows all about my favourite thing, the sunflower, and we have the one here of course, and you'll see later in the programme this has now been measured. It's almost as big as my head. In fact, it's probably bigger than my head, and you'll see the measurement later on in the show for the competition of course. And well, we're now going to be doing 2 shows a week, so a Wednesday show hopefully and a Sunday show. We'll continue with both of those from now on in. They'll be slightly shorter shows, but they'll cover the same things. And this week the both shows will talk about sunflowers. It's getting to that time of year where the sunflowers now aren't really reopening. We're not getting new ones growing, but the old ones are starting to go a little bit, and you'll see some evidence of me taking a measurement of the tallest sunflower. And well, that's quite fun because I nearly fell off the ladder, but we had a go. I didn't do what Liz did in Rotherham and make a complete tape measure. I should have done that actually, but it was fun. And well, we're going to look at things like what do you do with the old sunflowers. Now this one's fell off one, and we're going to put it in the greenhouse like we have with many others, and we're going to dry them. And there are tips later on in the show of how to dry your sunflowers and how to store sunflowers. And well, what do you do with these? These are of course the sunflower stems, and as we talked about a few weeks ago, the Hopi Indians there in the Americas, they were one of the first people to utilise and grow sunflowers, and over the centuries they become very adept at doing so. These are very, very strong things. I mean, suggestions are you can make, if you've grown your runner beans next year, take all the leaves off and dry them out, keep them in your greenhouse or in the shed somewhere nice, cool, and not damp obviously, otherwise they'll just rot. So they need drying properly, and then you can take the leaves off and you can make a frame. Look at that. That'll grow a 3-way frame. You'd probably need a thicker one than that one, and you can put your runner beans up there next year, so that'd be rather lovely, won't it? If you've got a log fire, you can actually, well, dry these out properly, cut them into, I don't know, 8-inch, 12-inch sections. When they're fully dried out, guess what? Kindling for your fire. They burn really well apparently. Or if you've got enough of them. Now I've got 20 plus sunflowers on my allotment, and some go from this size up to 11, 12 feet tall. So you can make your own teepees for your children. Get a few of these around, and once they've dried out, wrap a few blankets around them, and the children will have a field day next year. Isn't that magnificent? Lots of things to do. Now, when it comes to winter, if you've dried a few of these out and you've got your sunflowers still on top, like that, why not rebury them in the ground next to, if you've got them, your feeding station for your birds. You may have to support them a little bit, but they should be solid by then. Put them back in the ground near there, and the birds will happily, in midwinter, when they've no food around, come and take the seeds from your sunflower head. And well, we have squirrels around here, and they love a good old sunflower, so you have to be careful. And of course we still have the bees pollinating. They've been on the ones over there this morning, the taller ones, and they're beautiful. So there's a few little ideas about what we're doing with our sunflowers this week. Before we move on, we have a viewer's question. A viewer's question from Ben in Derbyshire. Hi Ben, thanks for sending me this question, and you did it on the YouTube channel, which is brilliant. So a great question. Now yes, with regard to the tomato and the banana, and for those who haven't seen the episode, you can watch them all on YouTube. Yes, every single video I've done is on YouTube, and you can subscribe whilst there. It's all free and nothing to pay, so why not subscribe and press the little bell. You'll get a notification every time I post something. A bit like Ben. He posted a question about the tomato and the banana. Are they ripening? Well, at the moment it's a very slow process, but I do check on them every day, so hopefully by the Sunday show I'll have some answers for you in greater detail, Ben. So we're trying our best to ripen the tomatoes with the banana in a very large brown paper bag. I thought I'd have a cup of tea on a break here, and just to say thanks for watching the new Wednesday show on Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. We'll cover in detail a little bit more about how we can use and keep the sunflower seeds and the sunflowers themselves on the Sunday show. And on the Sunday show you'll also see how tall is my sunflower and how wide is the sunflower head. Remember, if you have any more questions, please send them to me, either through Messenger or on the YouTube Messenger app, and I'll see what I can do. Cheers for now.